Hey, sneekylinux back today. Yes, today we have E17 Enlightenment, the face-off. Yes, so we've got two distros that the only ones that are worth really using, which is Bodhi and Macpup, okay? They're the only ones really worth using that keep it up to date. Yes, you can get Savvy on and you can put it on your Fedora stuff and everything like that. But out of the box, these are the two that are going to do it for you. Now, personally, I think they're aimed at quite different audiences personally, but we're going to have a look and you can see what you think at the end of it, okay? So anyway, we'll go to the Fox. Hello, Mr. Fox. This is the Enlightenment page. This is where you can get it from if you want to do your own and build it yourself and get all the extras and support and stuff. You go to download here, I'll show you what I mean. You can download all the core structures, etc., 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 of the etc., and get it all from there. I'm not going to go too much into that, okay? We'll do that another time if enough of you ask for it, okay? If enough of you ask for it. If you don't, I ain't going to do it. Simple as that. But I know a lot of you do like the idea of Enlightenment E17, but when it comes to using it, sometimes it freaks you out. And it shouldn't do, because it is, at the end of the day, quite simple, as they say here. Okay, anyway, the first one. Macpup, right, Macpup is based on Bodhi Linux 5.8. We're now at version 2, as you can see here, so it's super of the duper, okay? It's all up to date. Both Macpup and Bodhi use the same update system. Yes, you can use their own package managers, but they do release their own, and we'll come to that in a second, okay? Not right now, okay? We'll do that. You happy with that? Yeah. And so we've got the bodhilinux.com website, same sort of thing. Here we go, tells you all about it. You can get the release here, etc., etc. A bit of stuff he's done here himself. Yeah. Well, we would do, wouldn't we? We've done it. And that's what it is. So, that's enough of that. We've shown you the websites. That's enough for me. Right, let's open them up and see what happens. Right, here we are with Macpup 5.8 version 2. And as you can see, we've got the clock in the corner. It's the one that John likes using. I like it as well. By the way, John and Jeff, their names are, so the two J's. JJs are doing E17, nice. Macpup uses a nice little analog clock up here, and we have the I bar down the bottom here, which is super of the duper, yeah? That's what it says on the tin. So that's the first thing. Nice and clean desktop here in the Macpup version, I like it. And then a little bar down here, we get doesn't anything. Our two workspaces, terminal, mount your drives, your file manager, your wizard, your system processor. So we see what we're doing? We'll have a look, see what's happening. Now as you can see, it's doing nothing. It's using 46 megabytes of the half gig of RAM I've given both. I've basically given one core each and the same amount of RAM. And the same amount of swap basically. It's not doing anything really, is it? But as you can see, the desktop effects are really quick and easy to use. We have the QuickPet install popular program, so that's QuickPet for you and me. It's now called SlickPet, I think, in the latest version of Puppy. And down here you can get the basic stuff if you want to add anything to your stuff, okay? Shall I do that? You know, I don't know if I do that or not. You know what? I might do. Let's find the last little one. Okay. PDF edit. Should we have a look at that one? Let's open it up and see if it will download for us. Okay, we're going to wait. We're waiting? Yeah, we're waiting. And off we come. And now, unfortunately, in this version of Bodhi Linux, downloading is a bit of a bummer. It's restricting my speed. If you use wget, it would be a lot quicker. Alright? Yeah, it would be. Yeah. So what we're going to do, we're going to come back to that in a bit. When it's all finished, we're going to go and see Bodhi and have a quick look around at their page first. Right, now we're back with Bodhi Linux 1.4. Okay, it's not based on the latest Ubuntu. I think, right, don't quote me, this is 11.10 it's based on. There's been a lot of UNRing when they're going to go to 12.04. Now, I've not read too much into it on the forums. I'm just going to wait until it releases one, basically, in the day, and then look and make my decision. But I've chosen the full desktop experience when you do it here. When you first install Bodhi Linux, you get the versions of what you want to do. So if you want desktop, laptop, tablet even, they do a tablet version. Yes, they do, yes. It doesn't work on all tablets, so yeah, don't do that, yeah. Okay. Now, with Macpup, you've got the little bar. Down here, you just get this one down here, which is not really E17-like when you think about it, is it? No, it's more of an XFCE version. But it is E17. It is made up of the basic stuff. So we click on there, we still get that. And if we left-click again, we still get it on the screen, okay? That's good for me, okay. I'm going to open it one more time. I go to Applications, Accessories. Now, the main thing you're going to find a difference between Macpup and Bodhi is what you get with it. Right, under Accessories, you just get LeafPad and LX Terminal. Under Preferences, you don't get really much to play with really, but you do get software sources. okay, and Synaptic Package Manager. Now, both distros don't really want you to use their own package manager, or the basic one that comes with it. So if you're using Bodhi, they prefer you to go to their place to do it, and I'll show you that in a bit. Okay, so if we go to software sources and just open it up, and you can see what I mean. Want my password? We click on yes, we'll do that. That's fine for me. And it's basically, as you can see, ubuntu. Yes, very good indeed. And that's your software sources. We'll go back to the menu. Applications again. Programming, you get elementary test. Internet, you only get Midori here. Right. Although a year ago I used to like Midori, I've had a few problems with it recently, but on the whole it works fine in Bodhi, okay? But obviously you can get whatever you want when you want to, okay? So this is basically the E17 menu, which you can get by doing that as well, okay? So we go to Bodhi Linux, and we go to add software. Now this is where they would like you to get their software from, okay? Just a quick start guide. I'll open up the page for you. So, say you wanted to get stuff with stuff, okay? This is where you can get it. So if we go to installing software, it tells you all about it, and you find your application, and you can do it however you want to. Now obviously they're doing this to keep the actual distro safe from crashing, alright? This is the main reason, but it's alright. I can live with that. So this is the App Center, as you can see. So if I want to download something for Bodhi, you go to a web-based download place, okay? So it's here. So we don't need the service pack because we're running 1.4 here. Yes, we are. Oh, yes, indeed. So say you want an FTP application. You just click there. There's FileZilla and GFTP. So if I click there, okay, it tells you all about it, how large it is, the checksum, blah, blah, blah. Do I want to install it now? Well, of course I do. We're going to install it now. And in theory, I say in theory, it should ask my password in a minute, although it hasn't so far. But as you can see, it's running through Synaptic anyway and using, I can't remember what it is now, but it uses another one. So I've got a bit of seepage while it's doing that. It does its stuff. We wait a little while, a bit longer, a bit longer, a little bit longer. It's still, I'm still waiting, Nothing's actually happening. Ah, there we are. Yes, we want to install. We click on install. 5, 4, and it's gone. Well, it's installing my software. Yeah. This is the problem about using Ubuntu as your base. Yes, it's going to be quick, but it's not going to be quicker. Okay, not going to be quicker. Okay, right. So we've done the Bodhi install. Now, or installations of some applications, or one. Now we're going to go back and look at Macpup and see how we're getting on there. Now, as you can see, we're back in Macpup 528 version 2. And it's already downloaded everything while I was doing Bodhi. Okay, it's done it all for us. Now, do we want to install that package? Yes. Okay. Now, I will say, when you've got this run on real hardware, not in VirtualBox, you will not have the problem of the download restrictions, basically. It will do it at full speed. But I'm using VirtualBox to do these two at the same time, just to show you the differences between them. Okay, so I'm running two distros, recording and everything at the same time on this old thing I use for my videos. Okay, so we wait, and we wait. What we'll do while we're waiting, we'll check out their processes. Of course, it's using all of my single core I've given it, but can you see it's only using 53 meg of the RAM? It's still not using a lot, really. And it's installed my program I wanted to install. Super of the duper. Lovely. Ooh, yeah. It's nice and quick. As you can see, it's all settling down now, and we're not using no RAM at all. Okay, if I still left click, I still get the same things I do in Bodhi. Look, as you can see. Right, the main difference, even though there's an awful big difference in the size of the download, is in Macpup, you get a lot of stuff already pre-installed for you to play with. You haven't got to go and download anything. So if I want to do Dynamic for my spreadsheets, I'll click there, it's all there for me. I'll get rid of that. If I go to applications again, and we go to documents, go to documents and publishing, Abbey Word is all there for you to use. See how nice and sprightly that is? Now I'm not sure what version we're using of Abbey Word. It's 286, so that should work, and all your printers should work hunkily dory with it, no problem. Yeah, nice. I like it. Do you like it? I like it a lot. Now it's up to you whether you like the bar or the whole bar between the two of them, but I personally like the bar we've got in Macpup. I'm not being biased here, no, I'm being really, really good. Don't you think so? I am, no, I'm being really good. There's also a help section here, so if I click on help, in theory we should get some help. Yes, we want Firefox as our browser, don't we? So make it nice and large for us. And there we go, tells you all about it. So it was only released in March, so we're only in May now, okay, and there has been some updates for it already. So that's super of the duper. Okay, we'll go back out of that. Right, now what we're going to do, we're going to go back to Bodhi and check some more stuff out in Bodhi, okay? Just to give you a bit of an even thing down there. Okay, we're back in Bodhi. Okay, right. Now we've installed one program here, okay? Now I'm going to go to applications again. Now as you see, what I said before, you don't get nothing with it except for your browser at the end of the day. Okay, some of you may like that and some of you may not like that. I prefer to have some applications, at least one application per process. So if I'm doing a document process, I want a word processor. If I'm doing spreadsheets, I will want one. Bearing in mind, Bodhi is over 400 megabytes, okay? But bearing in mind, also on top of that, it's also based on Ubuntu, which is enormously large. So he has stripped quite a lot out of it, but you're still going to have to go back and get some more stuff if you want to use it properly, okay? Although you can take a screenshot, that's very good. Okay, Enlightenment. About Enlightenment, that's fine. So we go to About, and we get a little scrolly thing there. It tells you all about it. It's not for that, thank you, goodbye. We go to Enlightenment again. How about our themes? Right, we get the blue theme, because that's why I installed it on the system. Okay, but you can get a lot more. All I'm going to say is you're going to have to download a lot more stuff with Bodhi than you are with Macpup. But, you know, it's horses for courses at the end of the day. You also get gadgets. Don't get your gadgets. Look, get all your bits and bobs down here so you can get stuff going. Your background options, there is none. Whereas in Macpup, there is. Okay? Another difference. There's lots of differences at the end of the day between the two. Although because they're using the same desktop environment, you ain't going to notice a lot of it really at the end of the day, are you? Except for the size of the download and how fast it is. Okay? So I'm going to pop over back to Macpup now and go through the final bits with that. So we're back to Macpup. As you can see, I'm going to just left click again and you can get all the stuff here, as you can see. I'll say again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again. You get a lot more stuff of it basic than you do with Bodhi. Macpup is around about 160 to 180 megabytes download. I can't remember off the top of my head. Whereas Bodhi is 400, so we're talking coming out 4 times the size of your download. Now, if you're not worried about the size of your download, basically, or the size of your ISO, not a big deal. The other difference is Macpup takes around about 3 minutes to install, and Bodhi takes around about 9 minutes to install. That's another big deal. Right, what do you reckon? What are the differences that make it for you, make it real different? You see what I mean? We've got 2 distros doing the same thing using different bases. Now this is an awkward one at the end of the day, isn't it? Very awkward. I want you to go away for 5 minutes and think about that. Here we are back at my main page now on my own video machine here. What do you think are the main differences? Well, in my opinion, they're horses for courses. Okay, it's horses for courses. If you want a bigger Ubuntu-based distro with a lot more apps available, you're going to go for Bodhi. If you want a super lightning fast machine that installs on anything and you can run it anywhere, you're going to go for Macpup. That's what I'm saying. But I want you to leave a comment below and tell me what you think. Because I'm going to do the extra video on this tomorrow or the day after, because I've not actually gone through all the E17 stuff. This is just the intro, okay? The differences between the 2 distros. I like it. Sneaky of the Linux going out. Until next time. I see you later. Bye bye.